Question number 1, part A, evaluate 6 over 7 minus 3 over 7. So first we need to take LCM of 7 and 5, which is 35. Then 6 times 5 is 30, minus 3 times 7 is 21, which gives us 9 over 35, which is the final answer. Part B, evaluate 90 over 0.45. We have to do this without a calculator. So write the fraction, then we need to get rid of the decimal in the denominator, so we have to multiply by 100 in both the numerator and denominator, so we get 9000 over 45. When we cancel this out, 45 ones are 45, 45 twos are 90, so 200 is left. Question number 2. The masses in kgs of 20 parcels sent via dispatch center are given in the table. By using tally marks or otherwise complete the grouped frequency distribution for the masses. So how many parcels have mass between 3 to 5? So let's do the first one in detail. This will fall in the range, this will fall in the range, 3 to 5, this will fall in the range, 3, this is also from 3 to 5, 3 to 5, 3 to 5, 3 to 5, and that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you want to make a tally, we write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7 here. So the frequency is 7. Similarly, you can do the rest of the counting and you get 8 here and you get 5 here. Part B, the results are to be shown in a pie chart. Calculate the angle of sector representing the group with the smallest frequency. So which group has the smallest frequency? This. And what is that frequency? 5. Now we have to represent this 5 in a pie chart. Now in a pie chart we make certain angles, right? So what is the biggest angle or the maximum angle in a pie chart? It's a circle. So the maximum angle is 360 degree. Now this 360 degree will represent all these frequencies. So when you sum these frequencies, you get 20. So 360 degrees actually represents 20. Then we need to tell how many degrees represent this 5. So we write 5 and x. Next we cross multiply 360 times 5 is equals to 20 times x. Take 20 to the denominator and we get x is equals to 90. Question 3. Y is inversely proportional to x. So we write y here, we write x here. When y is 1 over 6 when x is 30, find y when x is 10. It's an inversely proportional question, so we front multiply these values. 1 over 6 times 30 is equals to y times 10. Simplified answer is 1 by 2. This is 10. Now remember, if this was a directly proportional question, instead of front multiplication we would have cross multiplied. 1 over 6 times 10 is equals to y times 30 if this were a directly proportional question. Question number 4. Find f of half. So this is f of x. So f of half means instead of x, write half. So f of half is equals to, instead of x, I'll write half over 4. Now this becomes 1 over 2 divided by 4, which becomes 1 over 2 into 1 by 4, which becomes 1 over 8. Find f inverse of x. Step 1, write y is equals to x over 4. Step 2, make x the subject, so 4y is equals to x. Step 3, this is your answer, but change y to x, so 4x. Question number 5. The timetable for buses from A to E calling at B, C and D is given below. How many minutes does each journey take from A to E? So this is the time at A and this is the time it arrives at E. So you may just simply subtract these two values, or these two times, or these two times, or these two times. I will prefer to use I think I'll prefer to use the last ones. So 1820 minus 1712 is what? Oops. So 1820 minus 1712 is 20 minus 12 is 8 minutes and 1 hour. So the answer is 1 hour 8 minutes, but the answer needs to be given in minutes. So 60 plus 8 is 68. Answer for the first part. Alright, I'm clearing the screen now for the second part. Part B. Sharon has an appointment at D at 3:30. So we're talking about D. So the appointment is at 3:30 p.m. The first problem is that time over here is in 24-hour clock and this time is in 12-hour clock. So how do we change this into a 24-hour clock? 3:30 is 12 plus 3, 15, 30 in 24 hours clock. So Sharon has an appointment at D at 15:30. What is the latest time she can catch a bus from B? Alright, so let's see. If she needs to reach 15, she has an appointment at D at 15:30. So that means she has to reach D before 15:30. Now the buses, they come at an interval of 30 minutes. So we have 9:05, then we have 9:35, then we'll have 10:05, then 10:35 and so on. So we'll have a bus at 10:05, 15:05 and 15:35. We'll ignore this one because this one will make us late for our appointment, in fact Sharon for her appointment. So we need to be at D at 15:05. Now how much time is it taking from getting from B to D? So if we consider these times, we're starting at 8:33 and we're reaching at 9:05. So how much time has lapsed in between? That is 32 minutes. Yes, 32 minutes. So if the bus reaches D at 15:05, at what time does she need to board that bus at B? So go back 32 minutes from here. So 15:05 minus 32. 15:05 minus 32 minutes. How do we do that? We can't subtract 32 from 5 minutes. So we write 14:65. We've given 1 hour to 5 minutes and this is 32. So we get 14:33, which is our answer. The diagram shows a scale from 3.8 to 3.9 divided into 5 parts. What is the value at the mark labeled P? So what is the length between 3.8 to 3.9? So when I do 3.9 minus 3.8, I get 0.1. So this length actually represents 0.1 and it has further 5 divisions. So 0.1 divided by 5, which gives us 0.02. You can do 1 over 50, 1 over 5 is 0.2 and then divided by 10 is 0.02. Let me show you that. This is 1 over 5 times 10. So 1 over 5 is 0.2, 0.2 divided by 10 is 0.02. So this, which makes this 3.82 and a required point 3.84. So this is the answer for part A, 3.84. I'm going to clear the screen now for part B. Part B, the points X and Y lie on the line AB such that if AX has 3 parts, then XY has 2 parts, then YB has 4 parts. This is what ratio means. this has 2 parts, then this 3 parts, then this has 2 parts, then this has 4 parts. AB is 18 centimeter. The whole length is 18 centimeter. So 18 centimeter is represented by 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 parts. So find the length of XY. So XY is how many centimeters when it is represented by 2 parts. Cross multiply 2x is equals 2 times 9. X times 9 is equals to 2 times 18, which is x is equals to 4. Question number 7. The diagram in the diagram ABC is parallel to DEFG. They're talking about parallel lines. You need to think of interior angles, alternate angles, vertically opposite angles, and corresponding angles instantly. And then we're given certain angles. We're told BE is equals to BC. That means we have to think about isosceles triangle as well. So first we need CBF. We need this angle. Now this is a parallel line, this is a parallel line, a transversal is cutting this line. So the sum of these two angles will be 180 because of interior angles, and the final answer is 78 degrees. So this is 78 degrees. Next we need angle ABE, this angle. Now, like I said, keep isosceles triangle in mind. So if this angle is 35, then this angle is also 35. Now I can find this angle here. How? By adding 35 plus 35 plus x plus 78. Sum of interior angles of a triangle is equals to 180. So x will come out to be 32. Next we know the sum of angles on a straight line is equals to 180. So next we'll do y, let's call this y plus 32 plus 78 is equals to 180, and then y will be equals to 32 degrees. The final answer. Question number 8. Find 30 students were asked on how many days they ate pasta last week. The results are given in the table. Find the mode. Mode is the most occurring number. So maximum frequency is 9. That means 0 is occurring 9 times. So the mode is simply 0. So answer for part 1 is 0. Find the median. Median is the middle values after arranging the data in ascending order. So I'll completely break down this question. So we have 9 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I have 6 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 7 twos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then I have 3 fours, no, 4 threes, yes. Then I have 2 fours. Then I have 2 fives. I think I said it wrong initially. So I have my 30 numbers. Now which value is in the middle? Notice when we have odd number of values, we have one value in the middle, whereas when we have even number of values, we have two values in the middle. Same will be the case in this question, because we have 30 people, 30 students. So in the middle we'll have the 15th student and the 16th student. So let's see what is the value of the 15th student and the 16th student. So we had 9 here, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15th. So this is the value of the 15th student and this is the value of the 16th student. So we take the average here, 1 plus 2 over 2. So the answer is 1.5 days. Question number 9. The area of a rectangle is given as 8 centimeter square. Correct to the nearest centimeter square. So this question is related to upper bound and lower bound. So directly from the first statement I should know that my upper bound will be 8.5. How? Because this is 1 centimeter square. We divide it with 2, we get 0.5. When we add 0.5 to 8, we get 8.5. And when we subtract 0.5 from 8, we get 7.5. So this is the upper bound of the area, this is the lower bound of the area. Write down the lower bound of the area of the rectangle. So we already have our answer, 7.5 centimeter square. Next, part B, the width of the rectangle is given as 2 centimeter. Correct to the nearest centimeter. Again, this is 1 centimeter. Divided with 2, we get 0.5. So the upper bound is 2.5 and the lower bound is 1.5. Now, actual question is calculate the lower bound of the length of the rectangle. Now, they gave us the lengths for width, the values for width, they gave us the values for area. Now, to find length, we'll have to do area over width. Now, we have to find the lower value, the smaller value. So, to get a smaller answer for this fraction, this needs to be the lower value and this needs to be the upper value. So, area lower was 7.5 and width upper was 2.5, and this will give us 3. Question number 10. By making suitable approximation, calculate an estimate of this. We don't have our calculator, we need to estimate the value. So 40.32 can be changed with 40. Under root 35.7 can be changed to under root 36 because that's the closest complete square number, and 2980 can be changed into a one significant number, which is 3000. So we have 40 times 6 over 3000. 3000. This simplified should give you 2 over 25 and give your answer correct to one significant figure. That means we need to change this into a decimal form. How do we change 2 over 25 into a decimal form? Directly change this into 100. So into 4, this becomes 8 over 100, which is 0.08, which is already in one significant figure. Question number 11. The mean age of Ali, Ben and Chris is 14 years 3 months. Di age is 15 years 3 months. Calculate the mean age of the 4 people. So since we have 4 people, we'll write 4 in the denominator. In the numerator, we need the sum of all ages of all 4 people. So mean of 3 people is 14 years 3 months. So I'll do 14 years 3 months times 3 plus 15 years 3 months. This gives us 42 years 9 months plus 15 years 3 months divided by 4. The numerator becomes 5, 6, 7, 57 years 12 months, which is actually 58 years. 58 over 4 is 14 and a half years. So the final answer is 14 years and 6 months. Question number 12. Find, when ax is equals to 5, find a2x. Now this is ax is equals to 5. To change this into a power 2x, I can square both sides and I'll have to do the same for this side. So a power 2x is equals to 25, which is the answer. Alright, now I'm clearing the screen for the second part. Next, we have to find a power minus x. So again, write the original equation. A power x is equals to 5. To change this into a power minus x, multiply this side with power minus 1 and we'll have to do the same for this side. It's just the same as squaring both sides or taking under root on both sides. So you can take any power as long as you do that to the both sides of the equation. So we get a minus x is equals to 5 power minus 1, which is actually 1 over 5, which is the answer. Question number 13. The first part says find the value of k. This is k, which is the frequency. The histogram is showing us frequency densities. Why is that happening? Because the class widths are unequal. First we have t from 10 to 30. That means there's a class width of 20. Then we have 30 to 40, which is a class width of 10. So we have uneven class width in this question. Hence, you're given the frequency density on the y-axis. Anyway, back to the question, you have to find the frequency. One way of finding the frequency is simply finding the area of this bar. That will be 2 times 20. So the answer here is 40. Or you may use the formula frequency density is equals to frequency over class width. Frequency density is 2. Class width was 20. So again 2 times 20 is 40. Alright, clearing the screen for the second part. So frequency came out to be 40. Next we have to complete the histogram. That means we have to finish this bar from 40 to 50, calculate its height, and then from 50 to 80 calculate this height. Now again the height is the frequency density. So to find the frequency densities, we'll use the formula frequency over class width. So this frequency is 30 over class width is 10, because 40 to 50, 10. So the answer is 3. So the height of this bar will be 3. Next we have 30 over 50 to 80 is again 30. So the answer is 1. So height of this bar is 1. That is all. Question number 14. Find the two solutions of this which are negative integers. This part is very important. Solution means values of x. So I'll take LCM over here first. X minus 3 over 3 is less than 3x over 4. This becomes cross multiply 4x minus 12 less than 9x. Next I would like to move this to the other side. So minus 12 less than 9x minus 4x, which becomes minus 12 less than 5x, and then minus 12 divided by 5 is less than x. When I change this into a mixed number, I will get minus 2 whole 1 over 2. Now I need two solutions of this which are negative numbers. So this is telling us that x is bigger than minus 2.5. So if I draw a number line and I have minus 2.5 over here, I'll have minus 2 over here, right? And minus 3 over here. So I have to look for numbers bigger than minus 2.5. So I have minus 2, one integer value, and minus 1, the other integer value, negative integer value. And the rest will have 0, 1, and so on. We'll have an infinite numbers in this range, but we only have two negative integer values in this range, that is minus 2 and minus 1. Alright, before I finish this question, I want to solve this question with another approach, because some of you might have forgotten that when we multiply both sides with a negative number, we need to flip the inequality. So let's go through that as well. So just a second. Alright, so x over 3 minus 1 less than 3x over 4. You take the LCM, x minus 3 over 3 less than 3x divided by 4. You cross multiply 4x minus 12 less than 9x. Now what if you took this here and minus 12 to the other side. You would get minus 5x less than 12. Make x the subject. You will get x 12 over minus 5. When we subtract or divide both sides with a negative number, remember to flip the inequality. So you get x is greater than minus 2 whole 2 by 5. X is greater than 2 whole minus 2 whole 2 by 5, which will give you the same answers, minus 2 and minus 1. That's all for today. Goodbye. See you later.